Hi everyone, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee, and it's me, Banshee, with my Material Matters segment, your weekly keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show. So we're going to start out with our collective card. I think one more time we'll use my Success Oracle. We'll see what business guru comes up for us today. I'll hold up the box there. There you go. More. All right. Oops. Somehow I knew this card would come up. It was the last card I'm going to use. It's Jeff Bezos. Oh boy. Well, one thing's for certain. He's certainly successful. A marketplace will find a place in the market. Convenience doesn't come easy. Moral obligations fulfilled by Amazon. To think about that a little bit here. But anyway, and he's going to be flying in outer space soon, it seems. He's going to be I wish him luck. And if it were me, I'm not sure I'd do it. But of course, it is their company's rocket, so hey, more power to him. And we're looking for Jeff Bezos here to give you a little bit more background. I see Steve Jobs. I see Bill Gates. I see a lot of people. I don't see Jeff. Oh, there he is. I saw the box. The smile box. Okay. So in the mid-90s, when Amazon was a nascent online bookseller, founder Jeff Bezos made the company's mail runs himself. Now the world's richest person, Bezos, refusing to mail it in, keeps reaching for the cosmos with his aerospace venture, Blue Origin. Despite recent personal turbulence for Bezos, who also owns the Washington Post, Amazon continues soaring as a one-stop shop for filling our finite hours with infinite distractions, including material goods and streamed content. After crowdsourcing philanthropic ideas on Twitter, Bezos announced enormous aims to tackle systemic inequity with his billions. Alexa, things can be simultaneously ironic and good, right? No comment there from you-know-who, the big A. Don't want to say the name because one of my devices might go off here. Okay, so that's what we have for our guru. He certainly has cornered that marketplace. It's literally the whole corner, really. So, the whole marketplace. All right. Let's move on to our readings for the collective. And so we'll start with our astrological issues for the week ahead. First off, the readings are going to be good from the week of June 27th through July 3rd. The moon is traveling on June 27th from Aquarius to, did I say that right? Yeah, Aquarius. It'll be in Aquarius. And then on Saturday, it'll end up in Aries going into Taurus. Sorry for the confusion there. Venus will be going into Leo, sounds hot, on June 27th. And Happy Canada Day on July 3rd. So that's it for that this week. A bit quieter than the previous week, I'd say. A little calmer. Mercury's going direct. It's still probably in the shadow phase, but hopefully soon to be exiting that. So, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this reading's for you. Let's see if the winds can whip up some cash for you. All right. Oh, our first card is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, actually, I hope I can see that. Is that good? I think it is. Wow, dream those big dreams, you know. Hey, start bringing them into reality. Think of ways that you can use your imagination to spur you forward, you know, in this week ahead, air signs. You know, don't use the logical side. Use that intuitive, creative side. Do a little bit of brainstorming. How best can you prepare for that focus? Well, look at that. It's the Six of Pentacles upright. And so I think what it's saying is to, hey, how about share those great ideas? How about sharing, you know, all these possible plans and ideas and brainstorms that you're having with others? Be generous this week, you know, with your time, your energy, in order to make these ideas come to fruition. Oh boy, but what about people this week? No matter how generous you can be with sharing your ideas, there's always somebody who wants to rain on your parade. That's the Five of Swords reversed. And so I think, yikes. Well, I hope these cards are back here right. I think I got it. It's a no-win situation, you know, working with others this week. You're best if maybe you take those ideas and maybe, you know, spend what you need to spend on them, but keep others out of the equation if you can. They may want to steal your ideas. They may want to take credit for something that's rightfully yours. Be very, very careful who you share these ideas with. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you air signs this week? Well, Judgment is reversed. And so I'm kind of thinking this is going to be a little bit of a hypercritical week. You know, that some might be very, you know, that may play into that Five of Swords there a little bit, you know, that people are trying to bring you down. So, you know, by week's end, maybe you're feeling that, you know, you're feeling that you're unappreciated, your efforts, you know, they're not bearing fruit. And maybe also, maybe you aren't paying attention to something, you know, you haven't woken to what this whole situation means here. So let's go back and look at this again. You may have some great ideas. You may have some great thinking. And, you know, maybe it's time to explore that more on your own. Be generous with your time and energy that you put into these ideas, you know. Don't be afraid if it costs you a little bit to put some money into them. It's very positive. However, I think others, you know, would want to steal these ideas. So be careful what you share and how much you share. It's possible that you just need to go this alone. For example, if you are, you know, working with investors who may want to steal these ideas or whatever the case may be, I think you just got to be a little bit cagey in how you approach, you know, people, either for money or, you know, their help in the matter, because you don't want them to take off and run with it. And that Judgment card reversed indicates that, yeah, either you haven't woke to this yet, what's going on around you with others, or, you know, there is some criticisms, there is some lack of appreciation, and so I don't see a lot of forward movement for you this week. But that, to me, does not mean that you should not explore these ideas. I'm not sure they're the problem. I think people are. So just be aware of that as you move forward this week. That's what I have for you, air signs. You know, it's dog eat dog sometime in the business world there, air signs. Gotta watch our backs. Hey, fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is for us. For the week ahead. Let's see if we're going to have cash to burn this week. Couldn't resist. I could not resist. More shuffle. Good to go for the fire signs. Your focus card for the week ahead. Hey, it's a page. It's a different page. It's the Page of Swords. Well, you know, for a young, youthful kind of person, the Page of Swords is a smart person. Very discerning, you know, very cagey. They know the deal. They know the drill. Maybe they seem a little smarter than your years in some ways. And so you need to use that logical side of your brain to analyze situations this week. I think your focus is on analysis, you know, so that you can better prepare yourself for some big decisions maybe that might be coming up. Let's see what the cards say. Well, how best you can prepare for that focus? Well, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is reversed. I feel like you can best prepare for that focus by not letting by not getting too down on yourself or not getting too down on your progress, you know. Don't let negative emotions hold you back from doing what you need to do this week. Or even, difficult emotions. I mean, maybe some of the decisions you have to make may involve cutbacks, of staff or resources, and they're hard decisions. And you got to be, you got to balance, the business, the logical side with your emotional side, and not let your emotions get the better of you, because sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Wow, and what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict, fire signs? Well, you got the Six of Pentacles reversed here. Well, I have to say lenders are not going to be lending. Investors may not be investing. Some things may not be paying off the way you thought they would. Perhaps sales are kind of lagging. So it's going to be a little bit of a tight week. You might be wanting to hold on to more of your resources as much as you can, because it doesn't look very positive where, and especially where other people are concerned who may be managing your money. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you fire signs this week? I swear, you fire signs, I think you get this card more than anybody else in my material matters. And it's the Fool. The Fool upright. But this time it's in the outcome. So what does that mean? I think by week's end, you're going to decide to take a risk. You're going to decide the decision you need to make is to take a risk, take a gamble, take a leap of faith, and it may turn out positive for you. You see that sun behind the Fool there, all that bright light? Maybe it's time to take that risk or gamble, despite some of the struggles that we see here in the week ahead. Let's take a look at this. So the Page of Swords indicates that there's decisions to be made. There's using your logical brain. You're pretty bright. It shows that you know the drill. I mean, you know the risks. You can weigh risks against, costs versus rewards and figure it out. And, but the Knight of Cups is indicating to me that, some decisions may be hard this week, or this might take a toll on you emotionally. You may have some anxiety. You may be unsure of where you want to go. Sorry, we have a little sunny issue. Wow. Sorry about that, camera one. So maybe he can check that and make sure you still see me, but I think you do. So at any rate, there may be issues with money this week too, or a lack of resources from people maybe you were relying on. Maybe you were expecting some returns on investment. Maybe you were expecting more sales to come from some type of marketing campaign you've done, and it's not paying off. So ultimately, by week's end, you're contemplating taking a big bold move. You're just feeling like you can do this, and I trust you, fire signs, to, because you have that page of swords there. Maybe you're going to realize you're going to be able to pull this off. So good luck with you in the week ahead. It really doesn't say one way or another if you're going to totally gain or lose here. I do feel that something is afoot and you are making some big, bold move that may pay off in the future. I needed that, water signs, because it's your turn. The pause that refreshes. So, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, this reading is for you for the next week. What's going to roll in with the tide for you water signs? Hopefully, a treasure chest. I want one. Can I be a water sign for a week if you get one? All right. So let's see what's happening here, water. Your focus for the week ahead. Wow, getting right to work. You are busy, busy, busy with that 3 of Pentacles upright. You're going for the gold here. I mean, you want to be recognized for it too. It shows you trying to accomplish a lot, whether this is in school with your studies, you want to get that grades, you want to get those final grades. If this is summer courses, I'm not sure where you're at with that yet. But it looks as though you're working hard at something and you're hoping that people are taking notice, whether it's investors in your business, or stockholders, shareholders, whether it's your employees or, your bosses. You want people to take notice. And so how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, maybe, I don't know why I'm looking at this 3 of Wands this way, but maybe the best way to prepare for that focus is just to not get too far ahead of yourself here. Those ships haven't reached the shore yet. Don't be counting your chickens before they're hatched, so to speak. I think that, that's the best way to prepare for this, is just focus on the work, not so much the recognition, not so much the outcome, but do the work for the work's sake. And what about people this week? I think if you follow that advice I just gave you, look at that, you've got the 10 of Cups up right here. So I think people this week will be receptive, more than receptive. They're ready to give you what you need, They're ready to make you feel comfortable and happy and secure, with what you're doing. So I feel that, there is some completion here. Maybe there is actually, what it's saying is there's a lot of positive energy in working with others this week. Not so much because you're going to get the rewards and recognition necessarily out of it, but because, it's the right thing to do. It will work out for you in the long term. So ultimately, will there be so funny after I said that I get this card. That's why I'm laughing here. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you guys, you water signs? Well, after I said to go work with people this week, you get the Hermit card at the end of the week. And so that does seem like an opposite here kind of thing. But you know what it's saying? It's saying basically that by week's end, you're going to be spending some time contemplating where things are at. And look at the hermit in this card here. He is sitting on top of the mountain. So consider that. He is sitting on top of the mountain because he is in a good position right now, and he is a good position to really gain perspective and wisdom from, what has transpired in this week and where to go from here. So you're in a good position to progress forward. Let's take a look at that again, water sign. So I see the Three of Pentacles here is saying work, work, work. Just keep your nose to the grindstone, and, the recognition will come, but don't worry about that right now, because the Three of Wands is saying, hey, you know what? Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. If you just focus on the work, you do the work for the work's sake and not for any possible rewards, you will gain in the long term. People are very receptive to that kind of mindset in the week ahead, and they want to offer help and assistance and help you reach that finish line of completion. And finally, ultimately, with the Hermit card, you're gaining perspective and wisdom by week's end from everything that is starting to set up for you. So I think this is setting the stage for something big to happen later, water signs, but it's all very stable and it's all very positive. So good luck with that. Our resident cat is really, really looking for attention today. So Mr. O, my producer, is trying to keep him busy.
Is drugging him.
Is drugging him with catnip-flavored hairball medicine.
Wait.
We'll see if that really works. But anyway, hey, we have made it from water signs to earth signs now. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This reading is for you. Okay. Your focus card for the week ahead, earth signs. I guess the earth is not moving in the right direction for you materially right now. The Nine of Wands reversed indicates that you want to kind of throw up the white flag on something here. Why are you at the point of quitting on something? Has something not been working out? Has the battle taken a toll on you? Whether you're fighting for a job or a promotion, or, maybe something to do, you're struggling with school and your studies. I don't know if you should give up yet, though, just let's see what the other cards show. But right now, it looks as though your focus is on maybe it's time to quit and let something go. Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. How best can you prepare for that focus? Well, you have the Eight of Cups reversed. It's interesting in this position and considering what I just said, because, this is almost acting like there is some unfinished business here. It seems as though there's some unfinished business that you need to take care of, possibly before you call it quits. So maybe you need to think about what that is, Oh, man. So this card came up in the same position in the last reading, but this time it's reversed. You have the Ten of Cups reversed. So what about people this week? People are not being very helpful. People might actually limit your progress or success in some ways. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe you feel if you're not getting people on board with things, that's why it's time to call it quits. Well, we're going to definitely I think we're going to have a longer putting it together for you guys, because this is a little bit complicated for you. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you this week? And we have the King of Wands here reversed now. So earth signs, it just does not look very positive. It looks like a struggle this week. And I kind of feel like the King of Wands is saying, that, you're just not going to have it together. Things are going to get under your skin this week. You're going to have a little bit of a temper, a little bit of arrogance. You just can't understand, why things aren't going your way. And you certainly would like to push people to make it happen. But ultimately, that's not a good idea. Let's take a look at this here. Let's take a look. I'm beginning to think that maybe there is a reason for you guys to call it quits on something. It's taking a toll out of you. And ultimately, when I see that King of Wands at the end there reversed, I'm thinking it's not bringing out a good side of you at all. And so maybe you really ought to think about the situation that you are in, whether it's a job, a career, whether it's, your present course of studies, that nothing seems to be working out for you, whether it's some new business that you're trying to get off the ground. Maybe it's time to pull up the flag. But before you do that, you're going to have to take care of some loose ends. You're going to have to see what's remaining to be taken care of here, whether it's letting go of partnerships, whether it's, finalizing paperwork, whatever the case may be, there are loose ends. You can't just walk away from this situation without taking care of something. And it may involve other people, because there's the Ten of Cups there, and people are not happy. People are giving you trouble. Maybe this is a problem. They're making it hard for you to walk away. But ultimately, looking at where it's leading you, with the King of Wands reversed, make you very tense, irritable, and pushy. You need to step back. You need to step back and walk away or change course on whatever it is you're doing right now. It cannot go the way it's going, because it's not going to succeed. I just have to say it like I see it. So I'm sorry about that, Earth signs, and I'm wishing you luck for the future. Well, this is the time in the show where I give a few shout-outs, like to Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges. Do watch it every Friday mornings. Please watch. It's like the emotional Sunny, stay here. It's the emotional side of things. We'll let Sunny stay here for the rest of the show. If he stays, stay here. Don't go after my water. The water signs would not approve. So watch his Emotional Exchanges, which will give you the skinny on the emotional side of life, which is just as important. See, he's always got to have his own way. I give him the birth to come here, and then he's like, nope, I'm going to do it my way. So finally, don't forget Goth Tarot. Goth Tarot is Mr. O's Wednesday show that talks about your shadow side. Do be there for that. And also, last but not least, we are starting something new in July. TFT's Happy Hour. Happy joy. You get a joyful, inspiring message from Spirit in a single card draw. Just an hour-long show, live streamed. So be there and be happy. Don't worry, be happy. All right. Well, anyway, everybody, I hope you weather the storms of the week ahead. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.